Like this video, like this video, like this video. Man, I'm trying to figure out how to turn the camera. Okay, oh, there we go. Back, triple camera. Okay, I see how to turn the camera. All right, let me see. Let's see. I'm gonna turn the camera down. Okay, back, triple camera, what that is? Okay, back triple, back dual wide. Well, I think the back ultra wide. Oh, ultra wide probably be it because it's a lot of us. Probably someone doing this reaction. Who knows? All right. All right. Just kind of low. Well, it's not really. It's just put it back like this. Well, then I really can't see the comments though at all.
What's happening? We over here for the review. Oh, I see it's mugging me and shit.
You see it?
Hey, pull up, niggas. Yeah.
Okay. Here you go up to the home of the situation. We in the motherfucking building. We got carbonation in the building. Okay. It's official. Make sure that you guys are liking this video, sharing this video, subscribe to this video. Trying to see the damn comments.
Hey, y'all, let's go. Let's go. Come grab a seat at the table. Yeah, this has been an adventure with y'all. I fucks with y'all. It really have been an adventure. Most niggas don't last this long, nigga. Niggas tap out, nigga. When it comes to like, this is like a whole streaming 24 hours, you know what I'm saying?
Right, that's what I.
We're gonna have to do that. We're gonna have to go stream live 24 hours one day, nigga.
That's right. You on that side.
That's what y'all do every day. I mean, just y'all record that shit. Fucking move. No, we need to.
Oh, back up.
Yeah, I feel you. We can do recording, all that shit, then the outings, nigga. For real though.
Your ass is in Canada.
You see your ass is in Canada. I'll come that way. I just gotta get another whip. I'm gonna get another whip.
You know they're doing the EV program.
What's that?
I'm gonna put everybody on that shit.
Oh, electric vehicle?
My friend's pulling up with it like a fleet for the Teslas. I just had to prove it today.
Program.
What you mean?
You okay?
What's the program?
They'll give 7 bands
If you buy one?
to 14 bands to
That motherfucker heavy, ain't it?
right.
That bitch will help you out. Like nigga, like grab one on this side.
7 to
I can't see.
7 to 12.
Maybe if I make it bigger.
To get an EV.
What the hell?
You guys, if you want to get an EV.
But that just goes towards the down payment on that motherfucker, don't
I
it?
can't see nothing.
Yeah, but they're taking like any credit.
I can see
Low
everything.
credit.
Everything
Oh,
looks-
you can see the comments?
Yeah.
All right, because I can't see the comments.
I can't click on them, but I can see them for
So,
sure.
well, let me click on the screen.
Let's see. In the first trophy,
Nice.
is
Is it blurry?
out there.
Yes, I
In
guess.
the
It says blurry.
Hello.
It's
It's on, and you look so handsome. Thank you. I think so.
Man.
The whole time, I didn't even get a vocal in that motherfucker.
There you go.
Visual.
Nothing.
That's better.
Is it better?
Yeah, no, it's clear as a motherfucker now.
Oh,
It's clear now?
Yeah.
Okay, I know that's right. Shout out to Amber. Already liking this video and supporting this video. The number of the day is 11. What happened?
It was another video that popped up in the window, but it was an ad, but it was two people walking. We thought you put the carbonation video up.
Oh, they had a carbonation ad on there?
It looked like it.
They already promoting it. Okay, looks good.
Yeah,
We're gonna get it in the
it's
frame.
clear. It's clear as fuck. We all in it. Y'all just gotta come
I'm
on.
waiting for the solo. Let's go grab the other stool.
so was y'all putting out music when I was what was people putting out music when there was
Yeah, they had Carbonation Productions.
Oh, yeah, Carbonation Productions.
The music was dope. That's another reason why people came. Because of the music, and then we got our own music, Charles Louis music. We got over 50 songs out now. It's really close. We make money monthly on
the best points would be 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
So if you want to start there.
That's a good point right there. Right there. That's a good spot. That was a good spot.
Yeah, but they were-
Solar, oh, you left out a great spot.
Who?
You see where everybody at? You see it? I don't know how they got Solar over there. He ain't over there. This shit lagging.
It's right there.
Oh, look,
That's what I'm saying. This shit lagging.
That's right.
It's always been the way.
That's it, lagging. Yeah, that's right. Right, and he can just come right behind, right there next to the bucket.
He's working on Soular
Yeah.
in his phone because I can't see none of them comments. They small.
Oh, they little as a motherfucker. Apple Pay King. I can tell you, they say
Yes, shout out to Amber.
Yes,
in the
yes.
building. Okay, I got the Apple Pay. You guys do it before. We got Cash App, Super Chat, Moselle, Crypto, PayPal. How you want to do it? The number of the day is 11. Speaking of 11,
There's one crash around.
the number of the day is 11. Support this video. I came a long way for this.
He did. Y'all make that. He drove 2 hours to come do this video, y'all. So y'all make sure y'all show him some love and some support, and show me some too. My Cash App, I'll be putting it in the pin.
And the link to order you some
Because I need to get some more supplies.
Together.
Okay, yeah, because we almost ate about out of house and a home.
Get that.
It's all right though. I enjoy feeding my peoples. We feed the empire.
All right, so
They said they buying you lunch tomorrow, nigga. You got a good following. Damn.
we would like a Super Bowls.
okay, I want the jerk.
They want you trying to Zulu jungle balls.
Jungle jerk ball.
And the mac and cheese. Thank you. That's what he would like. You guys wanna make
I don't know if y'all got the request, but they would like jungle bowls. It's from Zulu Jungle Bowls.
Yeah, shout out to Zulu Jungle Bowl sponsoring this video.
Yeah.
Okay. We
Yes.
got all the menu on today and everything is fire. You guys, if you guys are ever in the Livermore area, not Livermore, what the hell we
He said we are in the high desert Victorville area to be exact.
You definitely want to check out the Zulu Bowls, okay? Coming to a city near you.
Yes,
Soon.
we are moving. We are climbing up the ladder.
So we just got done watching the documentary, The Cult of Nature Boy, and we're here with two ex-cult members. Three ex-cult members. When Solar, Shaka, and Nazim, right?
Correct.
Correct. We're here. So what are your thoughts? We just finished watching the documentary. How did you guys feel about the documentary?
I thought it was well put together. I thought the cinematography in it was great. I thought they did an excellent job of portraying whatever visuals they put together. And yeah, I thought, some shit was great, some shit wasn't. But overall, I think the overall picture of it, it was non-biased, it didn't take one side. It wasn't a one-sided thing, which made it very palatable. So I enjoyed watching it, and I had a fun experience watching it and living that experience out again.
Mm-hmm. I felt like it was kind of one-sided because the culprit wasn't there to defend himself. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, it was put together well. I watch a lot of documentaries, so I felt like it could have been better. I felt like it could have been a lot better, but it was okay. It was good. Having experienced it also gives me a little bit of bias to it, especially with a lot of the clips going on. But it was all right.
What I remember from, just sitting there in the moment is you guys saying a lot about, this and that was left out. And you know, it wasn't true to the story.
That's wrong. This is wrong.
A lot of gaps.
A lot of gaps. A lot of gaps. So, what you think?
I thought it was trash. It's true. Someone's not capping in the chat. Thank you, Star.
Why did you think it was trash?
I thought it was
There we
trash.
go.
I thought the production was trash.
Oh,
I thought that there was bias on so many levels.
you know, your shit is weird.
Well, that's the thing. There's another thing. Behind the scenes.
Another thing, okay?
And he was in it.
Wait,
Let me finish. Let me finish.
Co-star.
Let me finish.
Let me finish here.
Another thing behind the scenes is
A lot was left out.
certain people got paid for this and certain people didn't get paid for this. You have this, to me, this was a T production. You know, and then certain people are friends of certain people who I see in there, and they're not friends of other people. So it's literally like two different colors, but they put their side out. So there's a whole nother side.
So the tea lady got every checking all of y'all.
It sounds like she did. Yeah.
It looked like the team put
They spelling your name wrong, but they miss you as
She seen her logo.
she getting all the comments.
How you say Azine?
So
They saying Abzine.
How's it now?
Azine.
Azine, okay.
Oh, that shit all types of way.
I was saying it correctly.
Yes, yes.
I've been.
Abzine. They said A-B.
But no, it definitely focused on things and left out a lot of details. But it was 4 episodes, 40 minutes each. You can't put that much into it. It's how long was this? This man started in what, 2015, 2016, and
They
went to
should've known
what,
better.
2022,
they should know.
2023. That's years. That's
That
years. These people were in there for years.
I think they did a better job telling the story of melanation than they did telling
Yes.
the story of
They did a whole documentary over again, and then on top of that, nowhere in there are they talking about anything that we were saying or telling people. All they focused on was the black man stuff.
Did they even talk about
They
melanation?
didn't say
Not one thing about Mama
They didn't
Dia.
even go into melanin, our beliefs on it, why carbonation was
It was
called
hard
carbonation,
conversation.
why
Yeah.
melanation was melanin. There's a reason for those things.
Yeah. They didn't care.
Because
about
they
that.
seem as if they were only there to like rub his.
We
all
And we
went
were
there
just
to be
there to
with him.
worship him.
I never
Nobody
to
went
be
there
with
to
him.
worship
I went
him.
there- I thought it was a perk that he understood what I understood about life already. And I'm like, oh, let me go kick it with a group of people who are upper echelon.
My belief system.
Come to find out, these niggas is just following the nigga.
They said the T got her.
And that's why I'm always in a leadership
Sure.
position in there, because nigga actually know what we talking about. After that, it's just organizing the people. So I was just a nanny, a massive nanny, because it wasn't about the knowledge for me. I already had that. I like that we were doing something and promoting it to the collective. I don't see that. I didn't see that. So when I went to be a part of that, I wanted my weakness was I wanted brothers.
My thing was unity.
I wanted
Yeah.
a family, and I wanted brothers. And I didn't want to go keep doing it alone, thinking I gotta go tell them to help them by
And that's
myself.
really what
Made no sense.
everybody.
That's what. That's what.
Black person doing a game.
Exactly. That's why I joined.
Everybody.
Was because I seen the unity, and I'm like, that's one thing we don't have in the black community is we're somewhere where we can all come together and just build. Even if
even
it's
when
fucked
you're-
up, even if it start off bad, it might take
And
you
even when
somewhere.
you're going through those moments of him being, abusive in whatever manner, at the end of the day, you think, oh, well, I'm gonna go through some type of abuse no matter where I'm at in life. So why not go through it with people who want to live in a manner that I want to live in? That's really what propels people to want to stay and be consistent and want to grow in that type of environment.
Also, what I noticed at the time, what I noticed in the video is that at the time when the abuse was occurring, nobody thought it was abuse. Everybody thought it was justified.
It was normal.
Like
It was because it was couple. It was a couple thing. It wasn't
Right,
like you don't want to get involved with a couple when we gonna be back together.
This is man and his
And then I'm the leader, right? And then you turn on me after I didn't with me, and then she back with me.
She
You
gonna
gonna
be
be
right,
like,
right back with you.
this nigga ain't loyal to us.
thinking like, what did she do to make him want to kill her?
Literally, they said that in the video. What did she do to get him to put his hands on her? Like, I'm gonna just stay out of it. They literally said that in the interviews.
And I was wondering why didn't no men or why didn't nobody step up?
I mean, but then like what Solar said in the video too, like you got 15 or 16 niggas there though, and you're gonna be the one voice out of all the niggas. Everybody gonna turn on you. All you gonna do is say, "Hey, get this nigga up out of here, nigga. It's gonna be a stomping party." Because even if 15 niggas can't fight, It's still 15
Because
hands.
let's talk about it for real.
That's 30 feet in hands.
We
on
were
your
there.
ass. It wasn't-
We were there. We were there.
We were there when it happened.
We surrounded this man while he was putting his hands on a woman, and people did try to intervene.
Yes, but nigga,
And
it
those
was
people
like
that tried
say
to
something
intervene
and nigga,
were
you gonna
assaulted
go
by
get
the other
thrown in the
members.
pit.
So it was just like even when you tried, you were pushed back. Literally, people were pushed
You
back.
know what ended up happening was there's a huge phase that extended for a long time where we studied pimping. We studied pimping extensively. Like, there's a channel that you guys probably know about. It's called Soft White Underbelly.
Mm-hmm.
Who's on there? We studied all of them. We watched all of them, and Eligio was very proud of this because that's how he felt. That was the closest thing to how it should be. And so the men, a lot of the time, they wanted to start taking on that mentality of a pimp with their women. And Eligio, when we looked at him, he was like big pimping. And so like a lot of the guys was like, okay, he's beating on his women. We looking at him like he's an angel. Like he really doesn't have a bad intention. Like for years we're looking at him like this. So when a woman does something like, oh, she evil, she foul, she tripping, she must have did something, or she's out of place. And that was the culture that started to take over after a little bit too. Was we had a pimp mentality when it came to women. It actually started early, but we didn't know that's what it was.
Yeah.
He knew that.
One thing also I know about your culture is that you guys also had access to like electronics, video games,
Everything
is in the
studios, recording
A
studio.
lot
Yeah.
of cults don't let you have access to
None
that.
of that shit. That's why I'm like,
Well, there was filters.
Because there was
filters.
I was gonna say, even though they had access to the phones, listening.
it was regulated.
When-
I was saying they're going to sleep listening to this man. They're
Yep,
waking up
correct.
listening.
We
to
had
this
to
man.
listen to.
They're not
videos
watching
all night.
anything else but this man or the people within that community. So that even when we left and we started going live about our experience, they didn't even know what we were talking about. You know,
No, nobody knew.
everything we were saying.
But Nature Boy
they
knew,
had
but
no
nobody
idea
else in the
until
house
we
knew
left.
what the
So
fuck
they-
happened when why we left.
They
And so they only know what he told them and
They
what
was
we
around.
done because he told us don't tell nobody why y'all left.
Why did y'all leave?
We left.
we left because this man pulled his thing out on me while I was in the bathtub and my husband was downstairs.
What?
And it made me extremely uncomfortable. But at this time, it was a lot going on. Everybody was drunk. He had a pregnant woman drinking. Everybody was drinking. I was in this tub. This girl was telling me how I should be grateful that this man is coming on to me while I'm fully naked, wet. He's like 200 plus pounds, 6,000 feet high. Like, what am I going to do? My husband's downstairs. The music's so loud. I can
How
scream.
did you get in there?
Get to that point.
Because
Spiritual baths. Remember that day?
we were doing spiritual baths today. And the thing about this,
Remember that we had smells in
there's like no locked
Those are his
doors.
rooms.
No. I was in my. We were
Remember
in
we had all the other bathrooms, right?
I was lose downstairs.
We were all downstairs. All
There
together.
was 2 bathrooms.
You remember how
We were both taking baths. I was in the other room.
bathroom too.
And he was
her
going
and
back
Syrian
and
in the
forth to
bathroom? You know they had buddies. So it was
Yeah.
her, Syrian, and
Oh,
her.
yeah.
Syrian
I
and
had
some
2 people
spiritual
with me.
buddies.
I had 2 people with me, but one of them was telling me how I should be grateful because he was coming in and out the bathroom.
So he was just walking in
He
there.
was in and out like,
spiritual
oh my
bath.
gosh, like.
Are we
Yeah.
ending? Are we clean yet?
Pussy clean.
I'll check on his sister.
Double check to make sure the pussy clean.
He was saying.
Because remember that day we complained about the room smelled like pussy. The whole bitches need pussy, so this is how it started.
I know.
So then I went from buying potpourri. It went from buying potpourri,
We have a bit of a
and it went from deodorants and potpourri to scents and fucking air wicks, and none of that shit worked. So it was like, what we gonna do next? And we sat down at the couch, and none of that shit worked. So we sat down at the couch and we said, spiritual baths. These motherfuckers need to be cleansed.
Okay, no, look. Solar said that they wasn't stinking. And
No,
you said
they
they
was
was stinking.
No.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep this out of all
I want to clarify
No. It was stinking pussy in there.
Years apart.
In that room, in that day in Vegas, and we was like 107.
Theology behind
They was stinking pussy in that room.
They're supposed to stay in there.
I told everybody.
That is what it's supposed to be.
It was supposed to.
So part of it was though,
We gonna fix that.
So we were trying to fix it. We was trying to help
some
women
of
with
the
the issue.
women were afraid of the water because of the
Because
kids.
of chemicals, like Sheba was one of the main.
They were
Some
being
of the women
OD.
were
Yeah, but she
afraid
was
of
being
water. They weren't, but, like
The fluoride.
Fluoride.
Y'all didn't bathe with fluoride water.
That's why.
That's why shower water is fluoride.
There's a filter.
They didn't have filters. They didn't have
We have filters here.
Oh, okay.
At Travis we have
That was
filters.
Vegas.
But in Vegas, we didn't have no
That was
filters.
So they were afraid of the water.
They were like, there's fluoride in the water. He had them scared. So they didn't want to watch the poom poom. So the poom poom was kind of going through the whole room. And it's like multiple. And when I went in the room, we were like, nigga. And we were like, all right, so we went and took us to the store. We went and got potpourri. We went and got airwigs. We went and got instant. You know what? They tried every motherfucking thing you could try. Right. We cleared the rooms out.
We got a candle burner.
We got candles. We got instant burners. We got the burners. Nigga, we did it. We tried all of it. Didn't work. So we was like, nigga, asses have to be washed.
We got the wax.
Okay.
So that's the
So
that's how the shit got started with the
So y'all needed to know
So
that.
it's mashed, it's niggas downstairs. All the men are downstairs, right?
It's a separation.
And then all the women are upstairs. So it's only one nigga that can go into both kingdoms, which is Nature Boy. He's the only nigga that can go into heaven and hell. He can leave and go into both kingdoms like the devil did. Nigga, he had all the meetings and everything, nigga, with the women and the men. He was the only nigga that was able to do that. So when he went up there, he was in the bathroom with all the bitches while they were showering, nigga, and they was doing it.
I mean, we didn't get that far.
He needed space. He needed to make sure the other
People started fighting.
bitches are clean.
Everybody didn't need to pay.
Smell check. That nigga's in those smell checks.
But yeah, anyway, after that, he came on to me. He got my husband. I told my husband immediately what happened. And I was like, I'm ready to go. A lot was going on. People were fighting downstairs. It was a lot. But we ended up staying that night. The next morning, he asked for a meeting for me, and he's telling me how he's more into me than he is a velvet and all these
That was
things.
like, fuck, I'm sitting there having
It's
shit. Bro. I'm
what
like,
you
what
say
the
to
fuck?
any woman.
He was in the shop with you. He said something about chocolate lips.
We looked at your chart.
What he said about chocolate
He said a lot of things.
Chocolate, what he said?
And that's the thing. You can't.
That was so far. That was years before, nigga. Yeah, that's like 3 years difference.
But that experience also tells you you have to have that mental capacity.
You gotta be able to tell Diddy no.
When somebody's
I'm
playing
just saying, you gotta be able to tell Diddy no.
No, you have to leave before the devil come out. That's what
Yeah, you gotta flee.
Denzel
They
said.
say before the devil comes out. I know.
9
And
nights.
we spent the night. I mean, listen, we made it a couple months.
No, this was
Years,
the
though.
second
People
time.
made
We was
years.
there months this time.
Just
The first time we went in 5 days. This is after the LA thing. We was in LA for a month. Then we left LA and went to Vegas. I drove because I lost my ID that
But
week.
that 2 months is not.
And they all went on the plane. I was the only nigga that didn't get on the plane. So I drove back with the owner of the house, which was Anna. Me and her blew the whole way. This was my first time
crazy
alone.
stuff out the documentary.
All this shit.
All the
Because we
good
had
stuff, the Mama D stuff,
Oh,
the
yeah.
baby
They
stuff,
mixed
the July
it.
4th
July,
stuff.
but it was more than just the 4th of July, because that whole motherfucking LA shit was just ill, nigga. LA was ill. From the time they arrived in LA, nigga, to the time we left to go to Vegas, it was ill. Because we made so much fucking money. We did so much shit. It was crazy.
He lived a different life than me. The women didn't.
Yeah, we in Cali.
The women wasn't fucking with me.
Oh, this Neek. What's up, Neek?
It was
Shout out to Nick at night in the motherfucking building. We see you in the documentary playing.
Yeah.
Whenever you guys get a
Yeah.
chance, make sure that you guys follow Nick at night right here on YouTube.
Follow her.
Follow
I met Neek the first time at Solar's trial.
Yeah,
we went
we
to
in
this
Cali.
trial for Solar and Musa. And that's when we met Neek. We had we kicked it with her that day. It was cool meeting her.
Yeah, we met her at that time.
What y'all think about Nick's part of the documentary?
Her flash.
She was in there.
She was in there a couple times. I seen her face make
I was
a few
happy
times.
every time I see her. I like it.
But no, man.
Shout out to Sweet Mom.
I'm just, she got in. Sweet Mama made in there. Me and Sweet Mama used to do lives on World. We used to go ham on Exposing World. So that's where I met her for the first time. Exposing World News through me. I mean, Miss Sweet.
You know, her little clips just show who she is, honestly. She's standing what she stand on.
She said, "Yeah, I had my 3 second 1, 2."
She was one of the women that was the detective.
The internet detective.
Internet detective.
Who was that? Nick?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
I mean, she only had a few clips,
like
so.
reels. She was in like she was.
Oh, got it. Okay. That's interesting. So I was only there for 2 months the second time.
Yeah, the second time.
Yeah, that's what happened though. That was why we left. That was the straw that broke the back. There was a lot more shit though going on. He was trying to separate us too. Again, he was trying to do the separation thing. Y'all don't need to be together type shit. So I was on isolation, nigga. I was on isolation, nigga.
You know what the biggest thing about that though is because he always told Shaka, "You're like my big little brother," because they're like the same age, you know. But he wanted to be a big.
They got kind of looking like y'all heard that.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
You ain't never got there before.
Scratch bleed.
Listen, I done heard a lot of shit in my lifetime.
He gets paid bigs, but that nigga, absolutely not. But anyway,
That's interesting.
yes, he was trying to separate us, but I think it was more about conquering Shaka than it was me. I think it was more like sunning Shaka as much as he could.
Because nigga, it was nigga the first week I was there, nigga, it was just we spent the first 3 days, nigga, just drilling, nigga, talking about how I have no spirituality, nigga, for all the women.
You could never leave.
I had nothing. I couldn't lead. I didn't have no businesses. I didn't have nothing.
Everything else or when?
No, this is when we were in LA.
LA,
My
we
first
first
3
got
days.
there, the
When I
first
first said, fuck it, I'm not gonna go back home no
The
more.
first week.
After all the wine and the partying turned down, nigga, and it was like, all right, now we gonna tunnel in on this nigga. And then first 3 days.
The problem was,
and then he turned Boomy against me the whole
let's
time
be real.
too,
Let's be
in those
real.
3 days.
Let's be real, Shaka. The problem
Boomy always
was,
was against
the
me.
problem was he said, "Who thinks they can lead?"
Oh, remember that shit?
Well, it's because
We were sitting on there.
me, you, and Eligio all have some opposition.
We was all sitting in the room.
And we had a conversation about it because those people know that they're God. They know and feel in their blood that like we are in control of this at the end of the day. So we know that. He thinks like that. I think like that. Eligio thinks like that.
So we in the room. It's all the niggas from
He called us out.
He said, "Who wants to take my place?"
Exactly.
Nobody raised their
And
hand.
he always accused
I
me of
was
that
like,
shit my entire time there. He always said,
You ready now, though?
I raised my hand. Nigga, I was the only nigga.
You ready
And
now?
I'm like, and I looked around the room and it was like crickets, nigga.
And then from then on,
And then from then on, nigga, it was attack.
it was attack.
Get him. All the bitches was fuck that nigga. That nigga was
that's
you
why. I would never.
That nigga ain't shit. You gonna get that nigga some pussy? You gonna give that nigga no pussy? Don't give that nigga nothing. Don't look at that nigga. That nigga ain't got no spirituality. That nigga ain't got nothing.
Yeah.
Nigga, he came for me after that, nigga. It was like attack.
Every day.
I was like 3 days straight, nigga. Nigga, 6 hours a day.
Do you guys believe that Eligio should be in prison for life?
No, I'm gonna say no. I know niggas that killed niggas and dragged niggas and all types of shit, nigga, and ain't got that much time.
Does he?
For life?
Life plus 10 plus no parole, nigga, that's ill.
How do you get the afterlife?
Yeah. Yeah.
They took his afterlife. That nigga could die 10 times. He could die 10 times and come back
And
and
he should be in there for life. I don't really believe in jail, honestly. So no.
Blaze, when you just watched, do you think he should be in there?
what they mean by zoom us in?
I believe in revelation.
Like something like 10 years would have been a nice little school as soon as he comes back. Somebody, right?
I think they got more time than
This one, I think they can
Okay.
It's R. Kelly.
Soular.
Wait. I was saying,
I'm sorry.
the reason why I think they gave him life is because he's like has so much
Influence.
Yes.
They charged him for influence. More
And he
than
challenged them so much,
I
and he
don't
was
think
in
2
Georgia.
years would be
And not
enough.
only that, he
I
laughed
think
and
right now,
laughed when the women were doing the testifies, and they take that, you know, they take it as a mockery of their system.
So they made an example out of him more than just
Exactly. There you go.
So I don't think he deserves that much time.
Soular, do you think that Elijah should be locked up?
Oh, they saying they so far back. They want you to zoom in. So
It's okay. Let me read it.
we're gonna do that in the edit.
We got a wide angle for everybody to be in the shot.
Y'all be-
Y'all can zoom in on your phone.
Zoom in.
y'all be-
Y'all can zoom in on your phone. Zoom in what y'all want to look at.
I think we look
I
good.
can definitely zoom in. On me.
On you.
Zoom in on me.
Okay, Soular, tell us.
What I feel. What was the question?
Shit.
Do you feel like the time was worth it?
Okay, so I'm with you on that one. Where I actually don't really believe in jail. I just got out the feds, and it's
But you know it's real.
I wouldn't want anybody else to have to live in that forever.
Right.
I wouldn't want that.
That means you never have no. That means there's no forgiveness.
However, your question is what is deserved.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so what he was on trial for, I'm understanding already how these things work. He has a shit record with violent crimes on it. And by the time you bring something like this to the table, yeah, he was looking at a lemon tree. time already
Mm-hmm.
off the rip. He was getting 0 minimums. You're getting 0 leverage. This is how many times you been in here for violent shit against women?
Women? Yeah.
How many times? So people are forgetting he had a record
Mm.
already. He grew up in the prison system already.
Mm.
Hey, that's their favorite people.
Mm-hmm.
I do think that he should have took that plea deal because he'd be getting out.
Oh, look, because
They-
somebody
they-
said that in the comments. They said he should have took the deal. He should have took the plea deal. This was the last comment we got.
When
That's
you
a
plead
fact.
guilty, they significantly reduce.
Because they want you to just take
I pleaded
responsibility.
guilty for a felony, so I am a felon now. I pleaded guilty to it. Even though there's exceptional lying, there's a lot of embellishment, there's a lot of unjust shit on the paperwork. And I just take it to the chin because if I did it and I fought it, I'd be looking at 10, 15.
So some of his
Just-
lies-
Actually, excuse me, minimum of 20. Minimum 20 years. Or a maximum of 20 years, excuse me, maximum of 20 years. So
some of his lies are still fighting for his freedom.
I got time served with 3 years probation.
Some of his wives are still fighting for his
Taking
freedom.
guilty.
During that documentary, I noticed Janae smirking a lot. Did anybody lie? Was
I felt that shame.
Was there
That's a
anything
good
like
question.
addictive?
I felt like that.
Testifying.
I know them. I know Velvet and Janae, like very.
That you baby mamas.
I've been with them for years, both of them. And Velvet, she's very clear, easy to read. Janae, on the other hand, there is a sense of you.
When she loves her
Yeah.
under oath, she go to court. And
No,
lie.
I was. Everybody has their
Right,
opinions.
sure, and he went to jail for life.
So like everybody has their opinions, right? That's great. But the fact of the matter is, everything that happened that night, I was there, was rape. It adds up to the legal definition of rape. He's guilty, period. And that's what he got caught for. He's not on trial for
You talking about when you make love to Janae?
well, that's what Janae said, right? But any logical thinker is going to understand that, well, she said making love, that didn't have to mean exactly what you think it means. That could have been
But by
an easy way to
definition,
say
it was rape.
that could have been an easy way to say
Mm.
sex, that she didn't want to say the word sex or fucking or something else like that. So she said making love.
There's so many.
But that's a
ways to
different.
say
That's a
that.
There are
that's
so
a
many
cold
ways.
way to say that
Well,
I'm
I
with
I
somebody.
think it's a trauma
to say
thing,
making
though. I think
love,
it's a trauma
you know
thing.
what I mean?
Well, any reasons why she said it, that's for her to speak
Yeah,
on. And it's for us to speculate on.
Right.
So at the end of the day, if you're looking at it from a just position, then you have to see that other side exists.
Have you guys ever talked about this
I was
experience?
there. We've talked about it plenty of times. She's came to me and told me what it was like during the interview, how she felt about the whole thing and everything that happened. I know every detail about the stuff. I just don't talk because people have too many opinions. And you can't, I'm not here to convince people of anything. I was there. I don't have anything to explain to people. If you want to understand, there is
Join the new code.
there is an understanding of why it mapped out the way it mapped out. You have the record. You have the legal definition of rape. She was getting beat on that entire night, right before she went and had sex. I was there. She was leaving because she wanted to be with me and didn't want to be the queen of carbonation and be with him. So she was getting kicked out. But before she got kicked out, you had to have a 6-hour lecture about her demons and how she's in her debilitations in her chart. That's why it just keeps going from there. Having Zoka, my ex, slapping her, the girl who wants to be with me. We were in a polygamous relationship together. We skipped all of this. Me, Jayon, and Janae, we were all in a polygamous relationship together at the same time too. So there's a whole thing that's going on where when the women don't want to be with the Legio, that's another reason why shit gets super crazy or goes wild.
Yes, hit the
Every
chain.
time Janae wanted to leave, it was because what? Every time Janae had to leave, it was because she couldn't be with me. Period.
And when you filmed the series, did you say this stuff?
Yeah, we talked about all this. They cooked the shit out of everything.
Wow.
They cooked. That's why. That's what I'm saying. It's ass and like it's a T production.
Yeah.
They don't like me.
The T definitely don't.
They don't like me. They don't fuck with me. I didn't get paid $1 for that either.
What?
Yeah, so it's like, and the contract I signed was just to say that we're not going to talk about it or film with other people before it comes out.
They basically didn't want you to shoot with nobody
That
else.
was it.
Be
That
exclusively to
contract I
them
voided out like last year.
because they had a certain time period they're supposed to put the
So
project
we,
out.
yeah, so we already doing other
That
stuff.
kind of shit's on them, unbeknownst to them, because them putting out what they put out, you guys can react to it and tell the truth.
Well, yeah, no, this section.
But that's true.
I look at it as a setup. I mean, it's a trigger warning. You know what I mean? Alley-oop. So
T had the most.
Somebody triggered the girl.
She had her logo in every. I know.
What she had more cameras on this
logo.
now?
She had her logo in it. Yeah.
She had her logo.
If she did have more cameras on the velvet than Ray.
Think about it. Velvet didn't have no logo on this video. Velvet didn't have no logo on no business. Share this video. This was promoting the whole
But that
time.
shit was crazy because I seen her logo pop up multiple times.
yeah, that whole time, like,
Yeah, she was crazy.
Speaking of Velvet, you guys had a lot to say about Velvet scenes. Velvet, what was it? Velvet?
Velvet was all of them.
Y'all
Velvet
be getting some acting in that
She put
motherfucker.
in time for her money, okay? She did the pool, she did the tub, she walking up and down the street, she's doing everything.
They said trigger warning. This channel is
She did
for
more than
adults
anybody else in
content
that document.
and it's for
She
18
did.
years old only. Why they put that in there?
Because we
Like it, I
do
love
not
You like it? I love it.
censor that R word.
I was wondering why they put that shit in there.
Hey.
They didn't say that.
They kept putting trigger warnings. And it
What
got
that
me.
mean? What?
Every time we would say the grape word, we would just
Oh, yeah.
we would just randomly say that shit.
I think the one thing about Velvet that I wish was
Somebody
portrayed
said
more
that.
was just like it went from her being there to her finding this man to her instantly being no longer wanting to be
She said the
involved.
T lined y'all all up. She said the T set up everybody.
It just gave she was never interested, but she constantly left and went back, and I wish they dived into that more in that
He
mental
said the
process.
number of the day is
Yeah,
11.
the
Drop
majority
it.
is like,
Because, like,
because
yeah,
all the women were different too. That's the other thing.
and everybody came and left. Everybody came and left, and I don't think we talk about that.
They didn't talk about
They didn't
people
talk
coming
about
and
that.
going. Yeah.
They just made it instantly seem like, oh, I saw the red flags and I was ready to go. But in reality, yeah, you left, but you also came back because there was something about that space that was
Yeah, hit the
very
chime. Y'all
enticing,
hit the chime.
very
A
alert.
lot of people came back up.
Make sure y'all hit the chime. And the cash app.
And that's what we need to talk about. Big Moselle, crypto,
So why-
Everything. Whatever you got, just send it.
Why would you leave and come back, especially when
EBT, we take it all.
Because there's a lot of people who deal with this
I
stuff
don't know how
every
to know.
day.
But there's a lot of niggas who did this and they're still going through it psychologically to this day. They are broken like right now. Like
Okay, let me see if I can get y'all a Zoom.
They've yet to recover from any of this.
first off, they were there for years. You were there for years. You were there for years.
Any healing outlet.
They
You
said
know,
we
the
gotta
same
say
way-
grape. That's what they said. We gotta say grape, guys.
When a woman gives birth, she needs a year of healing after she's given birth. The same should be applied to any traumatic experience. You put in a year, you need a year, 2 years after the fact to really heal from this. And a lot of people don't go through that. They just instantly go back into life, go back into the workforce, whatever.
That's because they gotta get back to work. So they got them.
It's not about healing, it's about surviving. Especially because some of these women they left with kids. They left with kids.
Was there kids on carbon?
Oh, there's a lot of carbonation babies.
Two that were there because
No, listen, there's a lot of carbonation babies because Baby Shark will be considered a carbonation baby. His two.
But
Then he
yeah,
got
during
Nature
the
Boy
time.
Scout.
during the time
Listen, all these babies was born during those
was
times.
Tori's baby there, right?
Tori's babies was big. They would be carbonation babies because one of those moose is
Seven so far.
seven
Yeah.
carbonation
Kids
babies.
there.
Zen is what his name is.
Zen.
Zen. That's what's
He's in
little
the
boy. He just hit me right now. Yeah.
It's then cool.
He was asking.
And then there's other people who are watching from the other side.
Oh, that's better. That is better
Mothers-
actually.
Sorry.
That is better.
Mothers are sitting there raising their kids off some
I can move
bitch
to a video.
Yeah, that's crazy, huh? I didn't
And
think
you know,
about that.
at the end of the day, it did start off pure. It started off with good intentions, connecting, being a part of it. But again, power comes into play.
Cash out.
Power comes into play.
Okay, I'll check it, y'all. I'll check it. Make sure that you guys are supporting this video. Okay, we got some interviews tonight. Okay, we plan on doing a deep dive. We plan on asking questions that ain't never been asked before. Yes, it did. And you guys already know that we're gonna be really, really, really messy.
He's not
Smart.
He not
There
getting.
you go. You getting framed like you.
Ask all the questions. Dive deep. Ask things they want to hear.
Yeah, and let us know what y'all want to hear in the chat.
Ask the question.
Okay,
That's much better. That it is.
it's much better. Y'all like this better?
No, it looks hell. They said the flowers was fucking them up.
Okay.
Talking shit.
I zoomed it in a little bit.
No, it's good. Everybody look. I can see everybody's face bumps and all that.
Stop. Who got bumps? You?
Never.
Um,
Look at my bumps.
Nigga, I didn't eat no cheese
You said they
today.
focused on you already. They were so tiny. I've even seen them.
Did y'all watch the Cult of Nature Boy docu-series on Hulu? We just got done watching the 4-part series featuring Solar.
Mhm.
Yeah, it was a lot going on.
Tasty treats. I remember it. I remember them.
What was the most interesting part of the documentary?
What was the most interesting part of the documentary?
What? Oh man, there was so many.
The most interesting part was all the AI clips. I'm not
It was the
gonna lie.
massages for me.
That was probably the
It
most
was-
awkward part
It
for
was
me.
the slap.
No, it was
Watching that
it was
thing.
the booty tattoos.
Oh, the booty
The
tattoo.
booty tattoos. That was
It the slap
interesting.
for me.
I didn't know
The
there was.
interesting part for me was how he went from this Zen Yoda yeah, to a ski mask chain, big down bitch, like tonight.
From God to
Like,
New York,
level.
nigga.
Okay.
That was crazy.
He started off in the crown chakra and that nigga ended in the roots.
That nigga, like, it's
He
weird.
flipped so
Cause it's like you see him and then he seems detached from like humanity, and then you see him and he looks like a YN.
It was the slap. They said it was the slap for
me
me in the
got
comments.
right was when Velvet left. Everything really just.
It went downhill. That nigga spiraled out of control because that's when he started.
She left.
Because he knew all them other girls was not. He wasn't fucking
She
with them
was
like
who he
her.
wanted. She was who he wanted. She left. And
But she didn't want him, no.
She didn't.
And she didn't want
She
me to
wanted
keep
him
this. She
until
just
she
wanted to be.
didn't
She just like she said.
Who did she want?
She wanted to be a tribe member, but she didn't want to be.
Who did she want?
Like-
Solar?
Who, Velvet?
While I was there, we never had.
Not at the
We was
time.
like really good
She
friends.
wanted
It's really close.
That nigga stole.
We never had that connection when I was there.
And I think she had a thing for me. I ain't gonna lie, because I kept getting all the weird shit. I never gave her no sign I wanted to fuck with her in any way. But nigga, I had to go through the most shit about with her. Like, what the fuck?
Oh, that kind
All the meetings we had to have about me and my energy, nigga, and her feeling some way, and she wanted to punch me in the face. Remember all that shit, bro? And then I'm like, what the fuck? And then I'm cooking in the background, and she like, look at him. He keep looking at me. And the nigga next boy had to check her, like, he ain't even looked at you. I've been watching this nigga the whole time.
I'm not gonna lie.
I was like, finally. This nigga finally had me truthful about this shit.
I don't know. I think there's a lot of trauma going on. So a lot of underlying.
Meek said she gonna watch tonight, but I got a lot of DMs saying they prefer my YouTube.
I think the documentary is
But
good
I'm
for
gonna see
somebody
for
that knows
myself.
absolutely nothing. You have to have no.
They left a
knowledge.
lot
I
out.
do absolutely nothing.
And did you enjoy it?
I think that the reason why I probably had a different expectation was because of y'all's commentary.
They talked the whole time. They did.
You know, like they was that I would see one thing happening and then fact check it.
They commentated.
Fact check that shit.
That was a
They
second.
making me sleepy. I was like, hey,
They said they
y'all
gotta
gotta the fuck up at some point.
I know.
No, I like the
was trying to
commentary.
like,
Like I'm the type of person I be talking in movie theaters, so I like the
We
commentary.
talk for the beginning, all 4 hours.
Yeah, when you see shit that ain't right as a Gemini, you can't wait to correct it.
overpowered audio.
Yeah, that shit like- They said the beach fight was crazy. The beach fight was. They didn't even really show a lot of that beach
Yeah, the
fight.
beach fight
That
was
beach
crazy.
fight was way worse than what they showed.
Yeah.
It's the T
That shit was
stage,
wild.
It's the T stage though.
That shit was
Okay.
Yeah, that was wild.
Fighting on sand, like that's bad.
No, nigga, it was. She beat her with a tiki lamp. Then she bit her titty. Then she slammed her in the water. Then she slammed her on the rocks. Then they in the water, deep out in the fucking water. They getting dragged out. They dragging them out of the water. Nigga, it was a whole motherfucking scene, nigga. They had the Meek Mills playing in the background before he came out, nigga. And Eric, nigga, it was like the hype up of it was crazy. And so,
Like who's
Nigga,
fighting and why again?
it was Velvet and Malia. They were fighting to be the chiefess or whatever the fuck. They already have been beefing.
I thought Velvet
No, they were already having a lot of beef.
issues. So he's like,
About
you guys
being
need
the
to
chief
fight it out.
and-
He said, you guys need to fight it out.
And Malia never got a chance to hit her back. Every time Malia always had to take the ass whooping. When I was there, nigga, she didn't get a chance to fight back. So what happened was when she
I guess cheering.
that to me that was her first time ever being able to defend herself, Malia, in that fight. So that's why I like the fight because
Malia or
Malia got a chance to defend herself against Velvet for the first time. Malia been taking ass whoopings with no get back. So that was my first time of getting to see her get the swing without no motherfucking leash on her neck.
He said, I think it's because it's on Disney, so they had to water it down. Real ninja moments.
Yeah,
They cut out all the real niggas
all
on
the
there.
real stuff, like Mama Dia.
Shit going on. There was some serious.
And I think it was a time thing too. I don't think they only had a certain amount of time to shoot.
40 minutes.
They didn't want to pay for more time.
Talk about 7 years of trauma. 7 years of shit going on.
We need 4 more episodes.
An hour or 2 hours. Like,
BBC, y'all gonna have to do
Because I
another
seen
4
another
episodes.
documentary
Y'all gonna have to use the rest of the cast.
Yeah, and they were saying that when she passed away, Elijah was looking at Solar like, what are we gonna do?
When?
Mama Dia passed away?
Oh, he was there.
Rest in peace,
Oh,
Mama.
no.
They said rest in peace, Mama Dear.
Yeah, I got
No, he got there after that.
He passed.
Cause I came right after she passed too.
R.I.P. Mama D.
listen, RP.
We came, yeah. They said R.I.P. Mama Dear and R.I.P. Loyal.
She went
Loyal
there for
died too.
healing?
Yeah.
Who's Loyal?
Loyal was the Indian dude that died. That got
Oh,
killed.
but that was recently, like
He got killed and it was like right after. This is like the year Nature Boy died.
Like 3 years
I mean, went to jail. Yeah, it's like
ago.
Yeah, 2.5, 3 years ago from now.
yeah.
What was it, car crash or something?
No. He was beat to death
Oh.
and then he was burned, set on fire in a house.
Damn.
Yeah,
R.I.P.
that's just fucked
Yeah, I
up.
said, but this ain't what you used to.
And they still haven't solved that case yet.
That's just sad.
They didn't say nothing about none of that though. That's what's crazy.
You had
Because that was a big thing. Because Lawyer was a big follower. Lawyer was
Somebody
a
killed their
big.
mom.
Lawyer was the other girl, but she wasn't ever carbonated.
She left carbonation?
She was there for
She was
not
there
that long.
for a day. She was like a day or 2 days.
Yeah.
She wasn't even there
Yeah,
alone.
lucky shit, that's right.
But the thing about it is when they put it in the news, they put her as a carbonation member, and they made it all about carbonation and this girl being a carbonation member. And when she went back home, she stabbed her mom and killed her mom. No, the bitch, she was gonna do that shit regardless. Yeah,
She lied. That's why she left.
that's why she didn't want to talk to them. She was trying to, and then she came back to the bullshit because they forced her to come back because everybody was saying she was too young to be out there and she was Mexican.
Yeah, she wasn't.
She was Latin. She had ass and
Really?
everything.
Anybody that
Niggas
was
didn't want her out there because that little
Latin
bitch was
or
bad. Everybody seen her on the internet. They seen her with Bright, and her and Bright was jumping on that bed, thinking they seen that little girl with all that ass. They was like, nigga, how dare she be over there with them niggas?
That's what happened.
Yes,
That's crazy.
that's what happened. That little bitch was bad, and niggas was hating, and they got her up out of there. They hated her up out of there.
Another thing I noticed that was interesting is that, Elijah was using all of the guys to recruit girls.
Now that's true.
But what would the guys be doing when the girls get there and then they get in no action
See,
no play?
the thing was, it wasn't like discussed that you're gonna recruit them, nigga. It wasn't like that. It was more so like, nigga, you got thinking that you're recruiting her for you to be yo, because like you said, every nigga was supposed to have 4 wives. So you thinking you're recruiting them for you, and then when you get there, it's, oh, she really came here for me, nigga. The knowledge comes through me, nigga. Everything comes through me. It was some bullshit like that.
And I
The
didn't
men
think about
started-
retaliating and beating him up for that.
Here's the thing: the men.
I never had that problem,
The
so
men started
I
feeling
can't tell you how
insecure.
it felt
The
like
men
that.
started feeling insecure, but at the end of the day, they really didn't stand up for themselves. They just allowed it to happen. They were just.
I feel like that about the women too. I don't feel like the women said no.
They weren't secure either. Everybody was insecure. Everybody there was not strong-minded. That's why they lied to us.
Yeah, I think that's why they allowed a lot of stuff like the
Because-
OnlyFans and the sex tapes and all that. I think they were
Being
scared.
passed around from man to man is already a lot. Going back from this, and then you had Sheba on there talking about who's my baby daddy. Is it Elijah or is it True? Like
Yeah, that was wild. That was
I hear y'all saying like y'all think. Well, I know what it was. Like the women made the decisions,
right.
and that's one of the biggest misconceptions is that the women were not being passed around.
They were making the choices to be with who they wanted to be with.
He was
Just enforcing it. He was just forcing it.
So like when a girl on the
So when you have a female,
Like Sheba ended up doing was Sheba ended up she's the only woman who consistently chose True after every time Elijah made advances. So Sheba actually stands out in that way. Most all other women
Folded.
and they go right upstairs and they want to go
I mean,
get on the
I've
street.
seen
Because they was on there because he was Jones was the one that was being, but she was voting
I
too though.
witnessed her stand there and say,
She was voting and said, "Fuck that
"I'm
nigga."
not this
Yeah, she
kind
said,
of
"Fuck
body."
that nigga. I don't want that
I
nigga."
I was
At the end of the
here.
day,
She was like, "I don't like his body." He was like, "Well, you don't like Shaka's body?" She was like, "No, I don't like his body." And he was like, "So you think True got a better body than him?" And he was like, "Nope, Shaka got a better body than both the niggas." I heard
no,
all
she
that
said,
shit
she
outside.
said, Elijah like his
I
body.
mean,
And then she said, "No, I like your body." And then he was like, "What?"
Yeah, I remember.
Listen,
No,
at the end
that
of
was
the
a big
day,
thing that day.
yes, the women were choosing to go there, but we have to look at the fact that they are still being manipulated within that
But you
experience
gotta-
because
I
they
mean,
had this
everybody
man.
is, though.
Let's just be real. Elijah was very much so persuasive. He has a
But
talk.
listen,
He
you
can
still
talk,
gotta take
especially
responsibility
with
for your
women
choices.
like that.
What if he didn't want to choose nobody?
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
Especially with women like that, who women who are like they're young. I was young. I've been there. I've been there. I've been in situations like that. So
Mama
they're
nine.
very
Who
much
was
so
Mama nine?
and it only takes experience. It took
There was a couple nine.
that was before me.
experience.
That was the. I think that was the
Well,
Ethiopian.
I think you're right. I just think that that's the other side of the story, though.
Right.
is
That's what I'm
that,
saying. We didn't touch
you know,
on that.
most people will speak on the fact that, oh, Lee just manipulative. We all see that. We know that. But we're not highlighting enough the other side of the story, which is the women had a large say in it at the end of the day, too.
Because the women are running. The women run the whole community. If the women are not running the community,
Okay, so if the women have so much
listen,
power,
if
when
Bella
the woman says, "I'm gonna leave," when the woman, okay, if the women have all this power and they say, "I'm gonna leave," now he's dragging them in the house. You just said
That's
she's
not
getting beat.
true.
But you got
that was the other women that were dragging them in the house. You gotta remember that was other women dragging them in the house, not men. That was not the men dragging them in the house. That was the other women dragging them in the house. So the women are still making choices, dragging other men in the house. That's not nothing on the men. Those women have evil spirits. If you can't say
But I
that.
also think
Some people leave very civilized, like, I don't give a fuck
No,
what you're
for
saying.
sure.
Yes, like Sybil.
You let them do shit, nigga. All right, bye.
And he's not gonna do shit.
And you
And
can
he's
leave
not
like
like
think
that.
about
You
that
get
though.
away like that.
Here's the thing about that though.
That's how I say that. No ID and no money and no phone.
You can go buy all that shit. So you rather get your ass whooped than go buy a $50 passport?
We have to look at their personality. Sybil had a different personality than me.
She's like a lawyer type of.
Sybil was already strong. She was strong. She thought she was
But
gonna
at the end of the day,
This is
everybody, the way we left, nobody
But
made us
think about
leave the way we chose to leave the way we
The
wanted
thing
to.
about it is,
Everybody chose to leave the way they wanted
That
to leave.
unique
but no, the
aspect is what I'm
strong
talking
energy.
There was no, you didn't have to sneak out, you
The
chose to
strong
sneak out.
energies never lasted
They
long.
chose to leave the way they
The
wanted
strong
to leave.
energies never lasted long, and we know that.
She said that she didn't have a choice whether or not to sleep. She said you had to sleep with the men. It was like a rape culture.
Because you have the.
You know what?
I didn't sleep with nobody there.
One of the girls down there said that the woman had to sleep with the
Maybe
men.
her experience was like that for sure. Maybe
So basically, everyone had a different experience.
Everyone did because he used everybody
There's
differently.
some women that came in to be single, be alone, and left that way too.
Yes.
And there are like fucking a couple of them. There's like one or two.
I talked to women who were like, I'm
There's
there for
others that were never in a relationship. There's some that were in a relationship when they could be in a relationship, they left. Like,
Oh,
you're
you're
not gonna tell me what I can't be with. I'm just gonna leave.
So there was a sense of
Plenty
feeling
of women like
in
I
the
do
cult.
believe that once he established his pawns into you,
Then it's
then
hard.
you had a different expectation.
Correct. There's a select
So
who's
those
like,
women like Malia's and the Velvets,
Correct.
they had
Because those were his wives,
Those
though.
are
That's
the ones
different.
he
They
wanted.
weren't just regular
He
tribe
wanted
members.
them.
well,
He didn't beat on regular tribe members.
there's other wives who had that
He
same
he only beat on his wives. That's the difference.
Just
Nigga, those are your personal things. Like, nigga, I'm not gonna get into you and your personal life shit, and you and your wife. Nigga, I'm out of line as a man to get into your relationship. Nigga, that's out of line as me as a man to get into another man's relationship. That's out of line.
well, what
Unless I see you beating her, that's
I'm gonna
different.
say, what if it becomes
Now, if I see her beating, then it's different. Then it's different. I'm breaking that up, but it's different.
But if it's something that's like, oh, y'all can handle, should be handled.
If y'all just arguing, I'm not getting in the argument.
You
Nigga,
take-
that's
you take
if
it
I'm
from-
arguing if you get in, I'm fucking you up.
When it gets
Oh God, because you don't even know how
About
deep
people
this
that
shit
stand
is.
up to Elijah because they know what they
Exactly.
said
You don't
and he
know.
was.
Nigga, that was like some of our first week being there. So
He was bigger than all of y'all.
it's my first week being there when this shit happened on the 4th of July. That's my first week being in the house. Even though I knew them and
I don't
that was my first week of being there.
People were not afraid of Eligio.
No.
People wanted to be like Eligio. That's the thing. It's no one was afraid of getting beat up or fighting or challenging. What we did,
It's not
That's
threatening
what
to
we
that.
what we wanted to do is we
That's
didn't
not
want to
what
be
you said.
simps. We didn't want to be hoe ass niggas. We didn't want to be
That's
bitch
what
ass
True
niggas.
said. Y'all
That's-
scared to be beat up. True said.
You like we didn't want to be like
You Captain Save a whole ass
Yeah,
nigga in
exactly.
here trying to save these hoes.
so most men would
Cause
just
y'all
be
know how
like,
it be like too. Like once you interrupt a female and a nigga's beef, and you know
They turn
they
on you,
come right
nigga.
back
They gonna
together.
come back
It's
to you.
30
They
minutes
turn on
after.
you.
I was lost in the
anyway,
sauce.
and we all feel that. We all know that.
We all know that.
This
That's happened to me and my best friend.
Like, oh, they're gonna fix this in about 30 minutes.
They did
Yeah,
though. That's
oh,
the crazy part. In the 4th of July shit, nigga.
We be
They
dropping
went
down
back
on
over
my
there, nigga, and they was fighting all in the corner, nigga, rolling in the grass, and then next thing you know, nigga, they hugging and kissing and fucking in the tent.
Exactly.
And we slept outside all motherfucking night.
Exactly. That's
Nigga,
When I was living with Krishan and they would be tussling with her nigga, she would tell me, "Don't ever,
don't ever get in my shit.
don't ever get in my shit."
I'ma tell you that, nigga. Get in my shit. I'ma kick you in your throat.
Some women are different. Cause I had a conversation with Velvet, and she said she wished that we had tried to help her at one point. You know, so women are different. Some people are different. You know, some people want you to help, some people don't. You know, but at the end of the day, if you put your hands on a woman, you're a weak man, and you deserve life.
And if she's saying help, you know, definitely try to help.
But she wasn't saying help.
She wasn't saying help,
She wasn't
nigga.
ever-
She thought she was
Her eyes
bad,
wasn't saying
and she
help,
was trying to
but
fight
she
back,
wasn't-
and she
you know,
was trying to
it's
be
hard
a.
to say.
She was trying to be that bitch in that moment.
I mean, it's
It's
hard
hard
to
to
say.
see.
She was trying to prove her
I
point
think
that
the
she was the
biggest-
guys, and he was disrespecting her by fucking with the other
I
bitches.
think my biggest
Because he
thing
kind of
about
rubbing on the other bitch booty. This is what happened. We were in the back. We were in the damn laundry room. He kept rubbing on Sybil's
But she
booty,
said that in there.
and he kept happening, and she kept coming in there and catching the nigga.
She said that.
And then the nigga was like, oh, the last time he did it was when we were going out the door. And he was like, oh. And then when we got to the park, she just happened to bring it up in the right time.
I think my biggest thing. I think one
She
thing
brought that shit up and then it turned into, oh,
I think
nigga,
one thing that
we-
deters people with someone like Velvet is the fact that she did continuously leave and go back, and it kind of makes you lose your faith in that person. Like, I don't know, I've been on the end where I've been in a situation where I've been with a man who's doing all these things, and I would leave and go back. So I understand it, and I think that's the influence on why a lot of people felt like, you know, why keep helping her if she's just going to end up back in the same situation over again. Again, it's just trauma.
Well, yeah, you get
And then you're putting yourself at risk.
Like trying to help them, yeah, because something could happen to you while you're in the midst of trying to help them. They like I said, I didn't see so many couples turn on other people for trying to get in their shit and help them, and then motherfuckers get back together and be booed up in the bed, hugged up, kissing, and nigga, then they didn't beat your ass and put you out because you tried to help them.
So I'm traumatized.
You traumatized trying to be Captain Saberhole, and you put yourself, and now they gonna say, "Oh, you should have stayed out of our shit." I didn't see that shit happen so many times, nigga, in my lifetime. Well, nigga, I just learned, nigga, you know what? It's best to just let them figure it out on their own.
Until they ask for help. You know?
Unless the motherfucker is begging me for help, nigga, like holding on to my leg. Like Malia was in that room, nigga, she was begging for help that day, nigga.
Yeah, that's what we could do. What's
What you
going
mean
on?
she was begging for help? What
She was
happened that
begging for
day?
help that day, nigga.
You know, what's going on is
It started off with a chart reading.
That's cool. What's going on is that Velvet grew up going through violence before she ever got there. She's had all kind of different experiences, and then you get women like that who are used to stuff like that. So there's some women I know who like that type of stuff. So they're gonna go back to it and they're gonna act like everything's cool. So I agree with you guys. I don't think that we can sit there fighting other people's battles that they fighting with themselves. So we knew that, and a lot of us knew that Velvet's gonna leave and she's gonna do what
Come back.
every time, and then
He knew it too. That's why he kept saying it.
we see the shit happen. But we feel I look at it and I feel bad for her though because she could have stopped it at any time, but her trauma made her think that that was normal.
Everybody's normal.
That
Looks
was love.
different.
This is a man and a woman in her. And it's just not. And so now what happens is they go and project that moving into their next relationships.
But and that's crazy, just because of one of the things you guys preach is breaking generational curses.
Correct.
Here she is living it. You know?
Owning it, living it. We was just talking about this.
Every day.
Owning that victim mentality. It's like I hate that because you're running from the other side that's gonna give you your power back. So you're saying it was all him, but you're not acknowledging everything that was you.
And once
Just
you,
because he went to jail, don't make them better people.
Exactly.
It didn't mean you healed anything because you got locked up or sentenced.
Absolutely.
You still got your way to do
still got
so
to work, man.
that's why they was I can't put it all on any one person. There are a lot of things.
Everybody-
There needs to be
Everybody has to take accountability for it. That's why I take accountability, my responsibility for being there, supporting and funding
How
shit.
did you feel about the way you were shown in the documentary?
I feel like, well, they cut out basically our entire interview. So the way I feel about it was that, you know, like I said, it was a team production. They got whatever narrative they wanted out. I spoke very well of Eligio on that video.
That's not
So I know why they didn't put that in. Like I was trying to I hope he learns this lesson. I said the same shit I said right now. He's going through generational curses. He can fix that any given day. That's not for me to say you can't do that. If he does that, great, that's what we want. That's why I don't give a prison. So I don't think there should be some level of rehabilitation. Or healing. Niggas act like they don't know how to heal trauma.
Because jail is just another cash cow.
Correct.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I was in there. It's all about money. It's not about justice. It's not about
There's no rehabilitation in jail.
It's about taking a better deal. It's business.
It's business.
Yeah.
That's what I'm.
And they keep you in there, they making money off you for all them years. That shit wild.
I don't care about, because what he got caught for is what he was on trial for. So that's why I dismissed the whole thing from my head, because I know he's actually done. Nigga deserves worse than jail.
Well,
You saying jail, the sentencing for the case, I understand why it went that way. I actually understand it. It makes
I mean, you only
sense. The numbers add
testified.
up. It makes sense. But when I look at what he was on trial for, he's getting away with so much shit. He's getting away with so much shit.
I mean, you don't really get away with nothing once you get life.
There's so many stories. It came coming back. That's in the spiritual. That's the spiritual perspective. Because he didn't go on trial for that.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, I tell him when I talk to him on the phone, I'm like, bro, just you know what happened. You know what you did, bro. One day you're gonna have to face
He's still
yourself.
living in denial.
Yeah, he's completely delusional.
He's delusional.
He acts like nothing happened. He acts like he never did.
delusional, and that's to stay
When's the last time we talked to him on the phone?
A couple months ago.
Damn.
Yeah.
He has to dive into
And
that.
he still
that
trying to get
reality.
on. He still think he needs to get
Because when I get on the phone with him, what do? We talk about knowledge. And he feed off of it. And I'm like, hey man, not no more. You cut that now. Like, work on yourself, bro. That's why you're there. I wish you the best. I can't wait to update you on stuff when I can. Bring your daughter by when she's older enough. Like, I got you, bro. Like, it's my daughter. You know? Yeah, but he gotta fix himself though. Nobody gonna do that.
He got all the time in the world.
He
now.
gotta be accountable. I gotta be accountable. That's why I had my healing journey when I left. I went through hella shit since I've left. We ain't talking about that.
What's your biggest lesson you learned since you left?
To stop correcting people and start connecting to people.
Is that what carbonation taught you?
No.
Correct people?
Oh, yes, that was a big thing. That's the major thing we did carbonation. That's why I always went to dates on lives, because I would make them, we would agree at the end of the day.
Damn.
That's why I was always different, especially on lives and debates, because I'm Gemini.
You know, your personality has changed a lot. I will say that. You were a little bit sporadic back in
No,
the
I
day.
used to fight and argue at every corner. I used to be the most, we will argue until one of us dies. We never gives up. Like, we're gonna argue. And that's how I used to always be. I would be up 8 hours with him, talking just as much as him or more, to prove my point. Like, nigga, if you're gonna say you're God, you gotta say we're all gods. If you're gonna say that we're pieces of God, you gotta acknowledge that you are too. It just doesn't make sense mathematically. That would be too
I
stupid.
remember talking to you back in the day, and you telling me that everything was just a skit. Like when the cameras come on, you guys would pretend,
A lot.
and then when the cameras come off, you guys would just be like regular, normal.
Well,
Like the slaps and stuff that would happen on camera. Like the abuse that would happen on camera, you told me it was staged. So for him to go to prison for life for staged stuff, it's
Well, he
kind of
didn't-
egregious.
he
And
didn't-
you also testified.
He didn't go on
against it.
trial for that.
Yeah, you on trial for
No,
doing
they used that in.
Okay,
in
but
the
if
trial,
the
but he
abuse,
didn't go on
if the
trial.
abuse on camera and stage,
Mhm. Well, see,
And
that's
the bench point.
why
Eventually,
would there be abuse
what
on
they
camera?
showed with the women getting slapped. That wasn't staged. He was really having them women slap each other. Oh my, that wasn't staged.
I think it's staged
That
as
was-
far as turning on the camera and having them perform.
There was
moments some baddie shit.
There was moments where we intentionally went live saying, "Hey, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. Don't freak out. We're gonna do this," and we're laughing, and then we're putting live on when we get serious. We had moments like that, but what they put on there were real moments. We didn't know Loyal was gonna get slapped like that when that happened. I didn't know I was gonna get slapped one of those nights as well.
About them nights.
And then it translated off camera just days after that.
So
it's a
when he's
time
around here,
change.
when he's around you slapping the guys, What are your thoughts?
He never-
While he's slapping the boy, you want to chew him out the things. What are you thinking? Like, is this normal for you? Or is this just like a part of it?
It's a disciplinary action at this point. But
So you thought they deserved it?
But at first, it wasn't like, for example, Pice would spill liquid on the computer.
Oh shit!
This is how it started off camera.
So y'all,
So slap his ass.
Talia was like, I slap him. Talia was like, Musa, slap this nigga. And Musa was like, nigga, you just fucked up my shit. I'm smacking the shit out of you.
Hell yeah. Ain't nobody.
And so, but
so when you got to doing it on camera,
when this is the main, when it was the main, it was cool. We not tripping. We're guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. We do that all the
I
time.
would be tripping more if you slapped me as a man and
No, but and you can tell when there's extra
With your
resentment.
woman.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then be like, hey, Musa fucked up tonight. He forgot to do something important. Pice, go in and slap this nigga.
I'm saying more if you slap.
And Pice like,
if you slap it.
So how do you feel about that?
That's what we do in Africa.
How does that make you feel like a man without being on the internet?
Yeah.
Like
I can get that with the women.
Yeah, I
That's
can
like
get
another man online.
that's like slapboxing with your homie and you don't happen to be recording.
But what's the slap boxing with your homie? Because niggas tell you, shut the fuck up, bitch.
No, not as a man. It's not like go to the military. In the military, they gonna say the worst of the
Yeah,
worst
but
of the
why
worst
are they
of the
doing
worst
that in the military?
to break you down, to break your ego, so that you can be a part of the system. We're understanding that 'cause we're militant.
I understand.
Everything we're doing.
So you want to be broken. We
That's the goal.
bucking.
Everybody's getting broken.
That's great.
It's the military.
Okay, but they don't be
Y'all
in the military
Y'all
and kissing and stuff. How do you feel about seeing that on the screen? The massaging of the
Who
feet
said
and
they
the
don't do that in
kissing.
the military?
So that
Who
was
said they don't do that in the military?
Huh?
you wild, man.
Who said they do
They
that?
don't publicize it. It's not
They do
publicized.
in the military.
It's not in a docu-series. Okay. Let's focus on the docu-series.
But damn, that's true.
Let's focus on the docu-series, okay?
Very bad. They're
So
like,
long. How do you feel about seeing those clips played?
The foot massage.
The foot massage, the
So-
kiss
that was like
So-
violation shit.
All right, so I'm always going to have a different response. I already do Reiki, so massage to me, I don't give a fuck. I will give a man a massage without feeling weird about it.
Because I mean,
know how to
I
do
drove 2 hours.
I can do that. Like I know how to do massage. So for me, it's I literally remember that moment. I'm like, shit, I know what to do. Pice knows actually how to do foot massages. Pice has been studying this shit for years. It was just really weird.
The foot massage is light work.
He did, I didn't care. So when I see that, I don't care. The image that they're portraying of like we're worshiping him, I get that. I get that. You know, that's weird, but that was kind of the point.
Because you
To make him God to the subjective, the subconscious mind of the viewer. Whether the viewer agrees with it or not, you're watching it happen. So your mirror neurons agree with it, and you start becoming biased towards that type of.
So you never thought he was God?
No, I'm the guy who's arguing with him every fucking night. Every night I'm arguing with him.
Yeah, I'm with him. If you,
An hour.
if we're all pieces
Everybody
of
hated
mind,
on me.
But if you're so,
Niggas like, hold on, shut up.
so why
You're
would you
the
get
bad,
the
bro.
special?
I'm like, but he's wrong.
It seems like everyone else that opposed him got their ass beat, got humiliated, but
No, but I was Solar. You guys understand who Solar was in Carbonation. Nobody was fucking with me. I could do whatever I wanted to do. I could go fly out and smoke and chill and come back.
it was the outside film.
I could do whatever I wanted. If
yeah, you
Eligio,
was on the finance.
if Eligio was trying, I ran all the money. If Eligio was trying to do anything, science-wise, or come up with a new idea, who's he coming to run it by to make sure it's right?
You had the passport.
Every time I have the knowledge. He don't even know what he teaches. He doesn't even know astrology, bro. I'm a master astrologist. I've been doing this shit over a decade. I know astrology to the T. I know astrology in ways that the best astrologer you know does.
So he leveraged you for knowledge.
Niggas.
Every team.
I was the wizard behind the king. I ran the whole
None of
shit.
that
Can we do this?
information was
This makes sense?
Somebody else.
Can you tell them
How
about
you make money off of B-Bill? Because of Eligio going out and being cool?
Tell them
Hell
about
no.
the
You make money off of
Tell
B-Bill
them about
because
the
of
relaunch
running
of
the
carbonation.
system.
Tell them about the relaunch of carbonation. Tell them about your relaunch.
Yeah, we basically, me and Jag decided a long time ago. Me and Velvet actually agreed on this as well, that we needed to redo this, but we need to do it in the right way. And it's not that I need to be anyone's chief or leader or anything like that, but there should be a community that is rallying around the truth. This documentary spoke nothing about the truth. This documentary spoke nothing about the science, nothing about the knowledge, and nothing about our beliefs. It spoke on people being victims to being raped and beaten and abused. And that is the most sorry excuse for what actually happened at Carbonation. It's actually worse stuff. It's better stuff. We didn't talk about my daughter being assassinated. We didn't talk about why Loyal actually passed. We didn't talk about why he shifted into these ways and these things and the women's effects and these things, the children. There's so many different things that happen.
For us to dive into all that, we need about 10 hours.
Okay. So I would want to create a community. I want to create a different community that is based in purpose. Because if Carbonation had purpose, if everybody got up and didn't have to follow the orders of another person, but was living in their purpose, truly, genuinely. And what Carbonation was a place of support me. If you had a support system and everybody was able to do what they wanted to do, that would be what Carbonation was supposed to be. Every man becomes his own chief. He has his own family, his own wives, whatever. We just do everything founded on a foundation of absolute truth and knowledge. What is now?
The nation? It was just the leadership.
It was everything would have been fine if he wasn't beating.
The nation had a great
If he
idea.
wasn't beating people, if he wasn't manipulating people, if he wasn't lying, if he wasn't doing,
I definitely want to know about the taking down the downloads.
niggas would have been out in the jungle probably right now.
Were you
Niggas would be out there right now.
They said, was y'all taking downloads or what?
What does that mean?
that's something Shaka has made up. I'm trying to ask Shaka about that.
Shaka.
They're talking about ejaculation. He used to teach that the sperm holds
All the
a
information.
ton of information. Like I forgot the number, but there's a number. You can look it up. It shows it
I know the
the number one conductor of memory and the number one computer is a malleable liquid computer. So when you have sperm, it has all of advanced RNAs.
They
I
said,
don't know what we talking about. Oh, we talking about the new
And that's when you
carbonation.
make a baby. But the
carbonation.
sperm is holding the information no matter what.
Tell people a little bit about the
So
what type
what
of
download is that
And the
if he
first-
nuts in you, you're special because now you have his
You
knowledge.
got the gods.
Now you have his mind and his information. So there's this joke that goes around.
You tell me about how thirsty them
Yeah,
niggas
the
was and how they was trying to take them down.
So the guy's sleeping the sperm. It never happened. It's never happened. It's a crazy little.
No, because I literally said that shit on the Beagle Live when I was mad at
like
Nick
that. The women would
Spoiler.
fight to give him oral. The women would fight to be with him for the night.
They was fighting.
They'll get the download for the night.
They was
Nigga,
nigga, Afro Rogan was fighting to suck that dick every night.
That's
Nigga.
how they actually.
That's how they was, nigga. That was nobody remember to do that.
I was lucky. I think
You know, anybody know, but
I remember Lawyer used to do that shit. Lawyer used to suck that nigga spoon. I'd be like, nigga, you was wild, bro. He'd be like, nah, nigga, I need this nigga DNA. Bro.
So
Ever see that?
some
Yes,
people
nigga,
were
when
there,
I was in the
some
kitchen.
people were there to worship.
Me and this nigga was in the
Them niggas
kitchen,
was
so we got to see a lot of shit that was going on in the
That's
kitchen.
why he
Oh,
wanted
no,
around
me-
him.
When the
That's
nigga was
why-
hungry, that nigga plate would be full of food still. And he go clean, they go take it, so they go in the kitchen and they be in there, nigga, mangling that nigga plate, bro. And they
Somebody's gotta be it.
the spoon and everything, nigga. I was like, bro, y'all wild for that.
At the end of the
Nigga,
day,
I was like,
yeah.
that's some wild shit.
He was starving.
But it was a wild nigga,
That's
though.
I didn't know that.
Not everybody was like, it was just certain
Nigga,
niggas.
I would know because I don't mean I
But I made a joke
shit.
that
I'm still smart
niggas
as
said
hell.
down.
No, people want to know what a download is. They don't know what that is.
But a real download is when you just get information.
I think those downloads were most important to him. It was more important about the
Downloads is pretty much when you consuming a lot of your DNA.
Yeah, that's what it was. That's what it ended up being later.
It was about the women want to have his babies.
If I rub it on your skin,
You can
you're
recreate
not gonna
me.
start doing what the information says. That's not how it works.
How many kids does Elijah have?
His cells.
Like 4, 3 or 4. He don't got many.
So it's retarded.
That sperm
I
was
think
18.
Velvet's baby was his
She
last
was the
baby.
last one. Velvet Baby was his last one.
Last baby. And I know he had a
None of them other girls got pregnant. She was the only one that got pregnant.
Some of them that sperm, because they didn't have no protection up there.
Listen, everybody should have been pregnant, damn motherfucker.
But
Well,
The tainted sperm.
listen, everybody got herpes.
That's a motherfucking lie. I don't think.
Velvet said that she got herpes.
Yeah, but that is she ain't everybody. She ain't everybody.
Everybody is for Velvet.
Everybody ain't fuck Velvet.
but here's the thing though. Okay, I will say
Everybody ain't fuck Velvet.
we have to talk about the fact that Malia did end up in the hospital. and she was there for a long time.
I didn't even know she was in there for.
It was for.
Listen, it was all types of shit. It was all
They
types
said
of shit.
in the court.
Now, the one time I did see, I did go live, right? And she left the medicine camera on the table, right?
What?
And we
In
zoomed
the
in on
trial,
the
they said the
medicine,
STD
and we looked it
spread
up.
around.
And we had this girl from Africa tell us what the fuck the medicine was. We sent her to
They don't believe in
medicine.
medicine.
That's a medicine for AIDS to counteract.
But you know what the
AIDS.
fucked up part is?
Yeah.
Somebody came with
She
an
has some
STD and then
shit.
say shit.
No, I remember that. I knew that.
You know, it has to be
It's
because
because
the
she got bit.
Well,
So
they
tried
go,
to-
they don't lie. A lot of them have evidence to having these things.
So they had to-
Most of them went there for healing.
You gotta smoke up.
They got some sick.
Cause I looked that shit up.
He had
too.
an instant sitting there looking it up, like figuring out what's going on.
And then the girl from Africa broke it. She said, "Oh yeah, they get that."
Oh, yeah, I heard somebody came with the herpes, and then that's how I got around.
So a lot of them came there with shit.
A lot of them came there with
With
stuff for
shit.
sure.
A lot of them came there on a healing journey.
They
I
came there
believe.
for healing.
Some of them had
Some people
STDs
came
there.
there
with all types of shit. So
A lot of
niggas
people
came
got
there
sick
for
before they
healing.
came there.
Like Musa came there. He said he had it before he came there.
Yeah,
Melvin said she had it before she came there.
Everybody
Those people had it before they came there.
You know.
They said they already diagnosed with it. They said they had it when they.
Thinking the fruits and vegetables kept it from spreading.
That's what they preached, absolutely. But then we have Malik.
They said the Terry too. The Terry said she had it from what his name? Yada. It was Yada or somebody that she got it from at that time.
with a couple.
A lot of people went there for healing.
Because I remember Yada had it. Yada had it too. Because Yada went on the healing retreat and he went to Costa Rica and then he started doing the herbs. And then when what's his name left, after he lost Velvet, he left and he went over there with Yada. Omac went over there with Yada. And they started selling the herbs. And then they got exposed for selling fake herbs. Yeah, Yada got exposed for selling herbs. Then he started doing trap house vegan food. Then he got exposed for
Y'all doing well right now, though, right?
I don't know what the fuck. Y'all just always did well. I don't know. Look, they like, yep, Yada.
Shaka knows.
This
Yeah,
shit was a
I
trans
know
queen.
about
Stays
it.
over. Yeah, what about the trans queen? This shit was that stays are real.
No, that was some wild shit.
But that was real. It was an unfolding though, and then everybody was just with it.
Is that what you were telling me about earlier?
That was fake, you said?
No, I said it was real. But it was an unfolding though, so like not everybody knew every step what was happening, but as it happened, we knew that it was for clout, so we just kept going. When the camera was out, we're like, oh.
But I feel like the woman felt like how Janae felt. Like you couldn't tell him no.
It wasn't like men don't. I don't think the guys felt it like that. Like I think some of the guys did. Maybe like
Them
some
niggas was scared.
like the BT
Yeah.
niggas, I would say they would be all like,
Why didn't y'all just leave?
talking to him? But then there's other people like me who I'm constantly correcting.
Well, y'all seen them abusing the woman. Why didn't y'all
I don't
stop it?
feel like
You can send me in the
I
closet.
only seen the one time. I only really seen the.
that's when I left. When he,
I seen other people abusing other people. I never seen him do it physically, but the one time.
I don't see
First of all,
I've only seen
if
him.
you gave me an apple and you ain't a snapper, I
Listen,
would
I've never seen him hit a nigga or a female. I only seen that one time.
exactly.
Break it off.
There's a lot of other people who was out there.
Tired of rice and beans.
That's the people. That's the people get confused.
One time
I promise you, I was that funny.
He wasn't putting his hands on that many people.
You and I have made it.
I'm out.
You and I have made
I would have not made it.
it.
Plus, I think he would have tried to haze me anyway, because he was like,
Oh no, because remember they told them he was mad at them niggas because he was like, y'all need to be hazing this nigga. This nigga is just walking around here freely.
Who, me?
No, me.
Oh.
He was talking about me. Like after the first week of me being after all that shit, niggas was still cool with me. Niggas was confiding in me and telling me all types
No,
of
but he
shit.
thought you was cool.
And that nigga was mad as fuck at y'all. He was like, y'all need to be, this nigga need to be bootlicking. He said this nigga need to be bootlicking. And I'm sitting there like, what the fuck? Nigga, I wish you would, this bitch. I was like, nigga, this shit wild. This nigga, I was like, this
Listen,
shit crazy.
that time he came in on to me in the bathroom, right? I told my husband everything. He gonna try to tell my husband she came on to me.
Oh yeah, he tried to flip that on there. I'm like, well, if she came on you and you got it, nigga, why you didn't come tell me?
I told
That nigga was like, I said, nah, nigga, you been holding me, because the nigga the whole time, nigga, you been holding me, you been pressing me every day. Nigga, you ain't this, you ain't that. So I was building, nigga, in silence every day, learning all this shit that they was talking about, learning the 5 sciences, learning this shit. So I can come back and smack it out, bitch. Yeah, nigga, I got all this shit, nigga, right? That's how I was. I was in there, nigga, just studying all this shit. So, nigga, when she told me, I was like, oh, this is, this nigga got me fucked up. This nigga got me fucked up. Everybody in there partying. I'm in the garage studying. Okay, man, say less. When she told me that shit, I said, what do you want to do? She told me what she wanted. She wanted to leave. I said, well, we got to get money back first. Fuck the bullshit. We got to get the money. I'm on the finance team. So I sat there. I said, well, everybody party, nigga. I'm in this garage, nigga. I'm the only nigga that's mentally sane. I'm thinking.
That was when y'all was there for a couple months.
This is in Vegas now. We left LA. We went to Vegas. Now we in Vegas. We've been in Vegas for a minute. And this shit happened, man. And then we like, all right, this was her last straw. I was already been done with this shit. I was like, whatever. I was just going along with the motions. Yeah, so we ended up getting our bread, nigga. We got the fuck on the next day. The house lady who I don't know, she helped. I ended up confiding in her in the garage, like, nigga, this is what happened. This nigga did. She was like, this nigga, I don't mind. Fuck this nigga. I'm gonna help y'all get out of here. So she came up with this whole plan, like, look, Azine and the baby run this way out the garage, and then you come the other way, and then you come because we couldn't get the Uber to come into the complex. We kept missing our Uber ride, so we
couldn't get Uber. Period.
And not only that, and people kept coming to get the baby from us, right? Like out of nowhere, all of a sudden the day we want to leave, everybody want to hold the baby. Oh, let us get the baby so y'all can get some time. We like in our head, we like, do they know what the fuck is going on? Do they know what's going on?
She said, was the D bigger or little since you seen it? Okay, here's the thing. He didn't pull it all the way out. He pulled it down halfway, so I didn't really see all the way to the tip.
I seen it. Oh, the internet girl.
I'm like, what? I'm like, she just wanted to see what you was gonna say. Was you looking or was you not?
I was like,
was you scared? Or was you scared? Was you scared or was you scared?
Looking back at you.
Don't play on my top.
Look back at you.
That's what they trying to find out.
You see the third time.
They said, no, and everybody, they trying to get some tea started. That was fucked up.
Well, we can't give y'all too much tea. This is just a live reaction to the documentary, The Cult of Nature Boy. We're going to wrap this up in about 10 minutes because we got to jump into these interviews with. So, yeah, y'all go ahead and continue to jump on the documentary.
Yeah, man, I had fun with y'all. I appreciate y'all coming, letting us come through and vibe with y'all, man.
I think it's crazy just seeing it on a platform like Hulu. You know what I mean? Like,
no, yeah, nigga, because it's gonna be on there forever, nigga. It's only gonna grow. It was already at 3 million views, nigga, this morning. When I nigga, you can go to YouTube and just type it in. Nigga, to tell you how many views they got just on the YouTube.
Oh, YouTube.
Just on the YouTube shit. There's 3 million in 3 days. That's 1 million views a day.
No, it's gonna reach a lot of people now.
So, keep going up because stuff like
that's on the ABC News.
They
put it out.
talking about it now.
They put the trailer out and all that shit. So,
yeah.
That's good though. They got to see a female in too. Though.
I know.
Yeah.
Everybody just.
Now they got to see all sides of it. Multiple men and women. Yeah, viewpoints.
People ain't never seen that.
Oh, but the niggas viewpoint stuff.
I want some more food.
Oh, damn. Hey, I know you got the munchies, don't you?
I'm about to see.
I think they had the itis while they was watching the show.
Definitely had
They was
that.
definitely falling asleep. Everybody,
Sure, I just got to stay right here and watch the wall. Because, shit.
somebody, do we got?
Let's get some BTS.
He said, now you can get your words in. You can't say nothing about Shaka.
Wait,
He said, now you can get your words in. I be having advice here.
You gotta wait.
I'm over here having taxes like, where's somebody?
I be waiting. As soon as you get ready to get to the rest, that's when I start talking.
I be trying.
You be like, niggas get long with me.
And niggas get home and I be like, fuck that. Let me get out the way, goddamn it. I ain't time to make
It's
you.
just that you overpower with your voice.
Yeah, you
I'm loud, nigga, because I learned to get it up.
I learned it with time.
I be in rooms where niggas be just talking about.
Be quiet.
But I've been learning to control a little more.
I'm so soft spoken.
I hate it. I can never control her sometimes. And I think too, she speaks slow. She speaks soft as a motherfucker. I sound loud in the room next to her because she's like, yes, keep pulling your skin out.
So how about the Nashville Nuggets? Y'all?
It's like,
Oh yeah, the nose gonna walk up. Against the chair.
that nigga sound like Jeremiah.
Oh, thank you guys. Jeremiah, you Jill. Stop. Specializing. I'll just put you on this too. I'm glad you got so much fun in our days. At least we drink like this.
I think there's some like summertime, like, team vibe.
Oh, seriously, we're going to throw up like, if we don't start doing this, my homie, or he can control.
You got a 20 minutes, it's crazy, like.
People need they
like
the art,
especially the word of
Y'all like this video? Like this video, win, and remember to support. We got Cash App, Super Chat, Venmo, Zelle, Crypto, PayPal, however y'all want to do it. Okay.
You can use that as a tool, or you can use it as the whole thing. It's like,
it's a tool. Like I used to.
I was gonna be my remote.
That was fun. Who made the video? I see. What do you guys see for the video? I see you download the video. I see a water park. Yeah, like up different areas. So you're not really tree.
you know what it's all about? I got a paint on. That's why I
It's getting healthy and stuff.
so basically, she said she see like at a carrot, like at like a amusement park or something. But out of my head, 50 people though that's gonna talk about it. To another 50 people.
They definitely gonna talk about it and react to it.
So I see like dancers.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That look like some Jadena shit.
Like James Bond.
I like it.
It looks like you about to use 007.
Nah, see that's this is on the job next to everything else is like I'm like expecting music. This is the first time I've ever been on some like up tempo, like actually like house, electric house type of thing. But I listen to one.
That's my story. I started off making video games. That's what I made video games when I evolved into beat trap beats. So I finished the video master and Word Render. They taught me everything about music. That's what I do, how I do it. I'm not gonna go in my lower line. So I'm more like, I do a lot more hip hop now, but I used to do just that. I used to do video game backgrounds and shit. And then now going back into video game making and 3D animation, I can put it all in that pack and play. That's how I define it. I know how to film, I know how to do everything, I know how to write, I can make songs.
Yeah, bro. We gotta pick up together.
2 seconds.
We gotta pick up together because like
That's the beat computer, the white one, and that's the recording computer, the black one, and I got all the equipment in the garage.
what's cool about this is like because we
And then that's the equipment
you know some of my era was like really humanity, like you feel me, like home, like imaginary, you know what I'm saying, like that era. So like it's really cool.
That's funny, we were just talking about Foster's Home like 2 days ago. We're like, damn, this shit. Oh, I'm like, you know who
PlayStation 2,
you know who Cheese is, right? Nigga back in Cheese. Anyway, sorry.
yes, no, shit, we can change it. That's our era.
She said chocolate milk. I said, oh, you cheese that. That's how we brought it up. Anyway, I feel you. So you are artists. Yes, the Pisces, that's the dreamy shit.
Yeah,
It seems like you're extreme, but you're not extreme. You're good. There's no difference between reality
Arch or
the dream and the vision of the imagination is the same.
Like this video, like this video.
So if you can see it, you can just
Just some BTS.
and you felt that way before you got
this is a remember this is Oh, you ended it?
Yeah, I'm a 12th house son, so I'm
Oh,
basically
still,
Pisces
still
son.
there.
I kind of know something about the horse house.
I'm a Gemini 12th house son.
Other than food, I'm about to late. Well, you can't even see my phone. I'm from Louisville too, by the way, like Kentucky, from Louisville. Y'all from LA? I'm from Cali in Atlanta. So I graduated high school in Atlanta. I did 2 years here, 2 years there. It's like I broke my shoulder my first week in Atlanta playing football, and I played my college career hurt. And I played semi-pro football hurt, arena football hurt, and I played another 45 years after high school hurt. And broken collar, broken shoulder, nigga. I still went crazy.
What made you want to join
What made me want to join what?
I was running back there.
the Colts?
What made me want to join the club?
Combination.
It was more of a money move for me. I seen the opportunity to be big on social media. I seen the opportunity for me to push my brand out, even if that shit failed or not. I was there to be the cook. I came there to be the chef. You know what I'm saying?
And I was there to be his support
You
wife.
know what I'm saying? We came there
And they got to break y'all up. How did
We
that?
came
He tried so hard so many times.
That is
He
crazy.
said, "Babe, it's okay." He was
He was one man.
part of the
No,
day.
the thing about
She
Velvet,
was
what she
participating.
told me was because I used to always say like nobody ever welcomed me. I did not feel welcome, and she was like, Nature Boy hit her. So it's kind of like a fear thing, It's a fear thing. But the women were not welcoming. No, it's very.
I think the women
It's
was,
very.
to be honest, the women was evil as fuck. I never seen a group of evil women like
Velvet
that
told me that she
in a
wasn't
community
ready
of spiritual people.
because Nature Boy hits it on the women, and it was like a fear thing, I guess.
I think they all had their own agendas.
I think because at the end of the day, none of them are on that same path. Like I would see that if they all left there and they continued the path that none of them have. Not one of them. So I feel like even the spirituality aspect of it was forced on them to the point because I would go so much smoking right now. Probably not.
Yeah, I don't know. From way back.
That's all. You got me over here. Where'd you go? I'll go be up. But no, that's
It's so
interesting.
hard with the women. Like,
I think they were on Kevin.
every time I walk in the room, they would leave a room. It's like, damn, how am I supposed to be friendly?
Because if the women get along, everybody gets along. I don't
But-
fuck what nobody
No,
say.
they did what Velvet did.
So can we not skip something?
Go ahead.
Every time somebody comes into carbonation, what do? Every time there's a new person.
The wine turn ups.
Sometimes, but that's not everybody.
The wine turn ups. We have the wine
Wine
turn
turn
ups.
ups, we like doing that.
You gotta make your own wine or just gotta get it from like
We
the.
have the welcome party, basically.
What was the bottle? What was the bottle? That was the bottle.
That what y'all would be drinking?
No, but
Well, because they make those big ones.
It was the vegan wine.
Get the
No, it was the vegan wine in Mexico.
Went to Atlanta.
Before we got to the States, it was vegan wines. They didn't have, we had the vegan.
I got there in Mexico. So I'm
Yeah,
talking
we were
about
doing the
Mexico,
vegan wines there.
Forward from there, we loved Colorado, still our go-to, but everywhere we went, we'd be at different things.
Yeah, but when I got there, it was strictly those vegan wines when we were there.
That's probably all we had access to at that time.
Yeah, because that's
So
what
in Mexico,
that was his
we was going
preference.
to Shadawe, grabbing him.
Yeah, Shadawa, yeah, that's what we met them at. That's
Yeah,
Big ass
$30
glass,
bill.
yeah,
Everything's not even expensive.
no, we had those black bottles though at first, those small,
We had those.
and it was like a red wine. It was only red wine.
That was famous. We didn't do that all the time.
No, that's where we had. We came.
But regardless, we would get lit and proceed.
So so my point is, when somebody came every time, and this is to adding on what you were saying before, is we would do their natal chart.
Oh yeah.
And I'm an astrologer, right? A lot of people are in carbonation. What is one of the 5 sciences?
You had that astrology.
Astrology is one of the main 5 sciences. This nigga Legio was using the wrong chart the entirety of carbonation.
Yeah, he was. He had everybody thinking that his chart was somebody else's chart.
Why?
No.
Then you thinking that was him.
He had the right.
Because then you thinking that's him. So
really a devil.
he know it.
It was a completely different personality than what
Because he was a Taurus. And what his chart was, he done his chart.
apology to the public.
And it's funny because he really believed that identity he thought he had.
He thought that was him.
He personified it in all the ways he
He
thought he
mimicked the people who had those energies. And he started to think
That's why he was on the media.
And so, but this is what flipped. when we found his real chart, me being an astrologer, me looking at this, I was like, this is where we started arguing. Because I started realizing that he's meant to be spiritual and to let go of control completely. That's the purpose of
That's what it looked like.
Has anybody?
So when we found his real chart, me and him both have Cancer Moon, 27 degrees, first house, exactly. We have the exact same moon. I understand this to the T. Nigga, everything that we've gone through and that we've done, I get it.
Okay, have
He
you
just has, of course.
have you seen the Diddy documentary?
No, I didn't watch it.
Okay, I feel like one of his big influences had to be Diddy because
Or
if you've seen the Diddy documentary,
He's a New
I
York.
could say you could
They're
go
both
both ways
New
because
York.
you could say he influenced Diddy
has
or
all
Diddy
that New
influenced
York
him.
he had a big
Who influenced who? You
No,
can't say who
But
influenced
you were saying that
Like
earlier.
he said, I'm the real nature boy.
You were saying that earlier. You were mentioning they learned from these things. They all learned from Malachi Z. York, bro.
Yeah,
They are all disciples of
He's the-
Malachi.
And Malachi, and guess
You know
what?
how
They all learned from
Eligio-
African Bumbada.
Eligio doesn't.
He was the
know
original
about
hip hop nigga, and he was a homosexual. He was a Zulu Nation nigga. That's why we're not Zulu Nation. That's why we're Tribe Zulu, because African Bumbada and all them started this shit, right? They were the original natives of bringing the homosexuality into the hip hop. The first Zulu Nation. They was the biggest niggas in this shit. And African Bumbada was the first nigga that they exposed, nigga, that was fucking all the niggas, bro.
So did he happen before with him?
They all came through him. Everybody that came into hip hop came through Bumbada.
But
Nigga, there's nobody that came in through Bumbada. So the founders of it is gay, nigga. So that means everybody in the motherfucking industry is gay.
Well, as the kind of
Nigga, you can't say that the nigga who started it didn't make every nigga in it be participate in the shit.
That's how it's been.
And then you go through it, then you get that's how you get the hops. What's the nigga's name? The light skinned nigga who got his YouTube channel popping now that said he was raped by Bumbada. What's the nigga name? Hassan Campbell. Hassan Campbell.
Hassan Campbell
Is
said that?
he's from the Zulu Nation.
God.
He's from Africa. He's
Hassan Campbell said what?
African Bumbada fucked him in the ass. He came on live. That's his whole claim to fame. That's how he got big.
Oh shit.
He was exposing to y'all the first original niggas was gay. So he's letting y'all know if the first niggas was gay, then what do you think all the other niggas came? It's like being in Skull and Bones. Skull and Bones is the original motherfucking it's the original Illuminati, or we could say the original sorority or fraternity. So any fraternity or sorority that's created from that point on is
Study of cults.
gay as fuck.
let's be real.
So they're all the foundation of all this shit is gay. America's foundation is gay.
I remember what I was
He
saying.
was looking at adult content before he
So-
went to
So you were speaking on the women coming in and being immature.
That's what he
I
said.
unwelcoming, not even
Unwelcoming.
unwelcoming.
And I've seen it from a lot of angles too. That I think that the on the petty side.
I said the
all the
women
time.
was always on
So I asked, what do? We do their charts. So we already know. We already know everyone's charts. And when we see that, like I was making a joke of Eligio's chart, but the reality is, everybody knew their demons, and everybody else knew their demons.
Right.
So we were always trying to check each other and get on each other at different times because they thought they would use astrology but not know astrology,
Yeah.
and then they'd be unmastered in themselves. So it just became toxic, and the women would do this, the men would do this. We get an argument for hours.
Debilitation.
This is
because fucking
they're doing it right now.
They were like, oh yeah,
Look,
this
everybody, and then everybody's like, "You're kind of doing it, bro. You're kind of," and it's like, "Shut your ass up!" Like
That one time they had a meeting and Malia was like, I was looking at Shaka's chart.
That was the
That's why you ran away.
That shit all started because of that chart.
That chart is some shit.
So that nigga she read my chart, and that nigga said, "Bitch, why you read this chart?"
See, that's why I do. That's why I do. Just kidding.
Yeah. Oh, she's like, what? She's like, I just.
And it's fucked up because
She did know my shit. She knew her shit was
no, but
wild.
it's fucked
But
up
she was.
because he told us
I want to my chart. Well, we have to study ourselves, but and then
It was like,
there are times where it's like you shouldn't even be studying your
if
chart.
you about
You
like,
should be
you
studying
would be like, you study. If
He
I
was
did
like,
would have been like, oh, I studied this chart, I would have been like,
No.
I'd have probably looked at her like, fuck you studying this nigga chart for? You ain't even studied your own.
So this is why the knowledge is important to talk about, because you have situations like that where he'll say, you guys are missing so much drama because you don't know what we taught. If he says that, okay, he has a certain chart or whatever, and you check him on his own chart, it's a problem.
yeah.
He doesn't know astrology, but he's going to use it against you all the time. If you knew astrology, then you would realize that you can easily convince somebody of that they have a purpose when it's really not that, and you can derail them as well. So that's why people don't want other people to know their charts. This nigga knew a little bit about it, acted like he really understood it. I actually understand it, and he was manipulating. It's what the church does. It's what a lot of companies do. They find out what you're good at, and then they take that from you, and then you never develop yourself. So you stay right below him at all times, and you serve him only. So we got the name on everything. It's what do they call that? Destiny swapping. And
He knew exactly who
he would go into destiny swapping with it. So this is what astrology is. It's important to know it for yourself and master yourself, because if you don't, somebody else is going to try to take control of that anyway, whether you understand it or not. It's probably going to happen in your life.
I mean, the government does it to all of us.
That's why it's best
Every
to know
day,
yourself.
government uses it against us.
That's the best armor that I have against him trying to destiny swap with me, is the fact that I always knew myself. He tried to take the name Solar. He tried to say, hey, I think that should be my name. It's a powerful name. I should be Solar. And I'm like, ha 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 ha, no. I had this name
that
before.
nigga all used it to recruit.
Like, no, it was just always,
You're weak minded. You're the one.
yeah, so it's destiny swapping. These guys were
Like
very talented.
Aaron was a cold, easy
mega
case to
talented
manipulate. Because he was from the military, so he knew, oh, this nigga can manipulate anyways. He manipulated the shit out of Aaron.
Well, yeah.
The
Aaron
world.
got fucking played.
The world got played.
Alright, so.
Probably good enough.
He didn't get like shit, probably.